When I eliminated all the personal information, no phones, no address, no nothing, the security, like your device, your technology becomes immediately HIPAA compliant and PIPEDA compliant. So, which is basically the legislation in the United States and Canada to anybody that has anything like a fax number, the address, any personal information of a patient, then needs to go through a super complex system. You need to run audits. You need to have certificates of security, which is a living, it's like for a doctor, it's like, so when I tried to do that, for instance, HPI, I found places they would offering like basic setups and they would cost tens of thousands of dollars. It's the worst thing that you could tell to a physician. It's like, oh yeah, well, yeah, but you gotta like, no, just run it secure and local. It's simple, it's straightforward, and most importantly, it's de-identified. We do not keep anything of anyone. That's a key point, it's a key sales point. So let's just go through this real quick. So this is a guy, 22 years old with tooth pain that he says began on, let's put it to the 3rd of June. Biting candy was the trigger. Pain in the right lower side of the jaw. How do you describe this pain? This symptom? Sharp pain, made worse by cold drinks and eating, relieved by Advil. The scale of the pain is about 6 out of 10. And over time, the pain is about the same, only noted nausea. He tried Advil. He thought that it helped. He says he's a smoker. Known allergies, and that's it. So this is what the patient side, this is the experience of the patient side. The patient sees this, they can take a photo of this. This is either on a tablet or a laptop or on their cell phone. They screenshot this number because this is how you go about personal security. This will then, when I meet the patient, this is what I'll ask them. So what is your ID? So I can find the document after. So after that, you just need to wait for the document to get there. So this may take usually a few minutes. So do you have any questions so far? I'm going to show you as soon as it gets here.
It's interesting that you show me the patient version. In the context where I worked, we had a bunch of different options for the patient formatting. One of the things that are worth mentioning is that you do not want to give the patient any kind of question that is left up to interpretation. You have to give them questions where there is specific answers and only that specific answer. If you want a patient form, that works. I think there was a handful of questions in there that were slightly interpretation based, and most of them are actually conforming to that concept where you have to answer exactly as they are. Like for instance, again, things like date of birth, you cannot really mess it up. But as you mentioned, that information has to be compliant with a bunch of things. So you kind of just remove those so that you don't have to be in that ballpark, which is interesting. I've never figured that one of the solutions is to just remove the information that's problematic and just focus on helping the patient via circumstantial information they can give that's not particularly identifiable, but potentially diagnosable. That's a very interesting approach, definitely.
All right. So yes, you see like our technology has evolved over time exactly through that. We face challenges, and the simplest solution is the most efficient. It is infinitely easier for you to have a system, by the way, that's online. It's the best. It's way better than having your own private